Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending our seminar this morning. And it's how to attract 3 listings in 30 days. And I am going to share with you an amazing process that can help you to not only attract more business and listings, but also to attract whatever you want in your life. So hang on to your seats, and here we go. And you'll be able to attract more clients, cash, time, and listings. And once you see the amazing things that other people have happened with them when they have taken a process, a time-proven process called Top Performers, which we're going to be offering you that starts next week, and be offering it to you today. I wanted to start out by sharing with you and letting you know a little about who I am. If you don't know that, I was on the fast track with Procter & Gamble for 15 years. I ended up managing about $1 billion business with them in the Southeast United States. And during that time that our patents ran out, and I was asked to increase our market share, and which was the main thing that led to our sales and profits. And so I took about 175 people through a process that I developed at that time while working with Procter and Gamble. And I developed a success formula that I call Top Performers that guarantees measurable business results. And in fact, it was so successful, I increased sales by 21%, decreased costs by 34%. And so it was just an amazing results that I was able to achieve with my people. And so I left Procter & Gamble. And everybody, I no longer honor the God of other people's opinion. And I would suggest that you do likewise, and that there's an opinion within you that you can always know whether you are right or wrong, and that is your feelings, that you literally have a communication system with your source, God, the universe, that when you're not thinking as your source does about any subject, that you feel bad. And so it is our most magnificent feelings that we have that is the perfect communication system to let us know whether we're thinking with our source or if we're having resistant thoughts and thinking unlike our source does. When we think as our source does, that we feel good. So you are always 24/7 for eternity guided by source through your feelings. So most of us, especially men in this society, have been taught to disregard our feelings. And in fact, that's the wrong teaching. That's the wrong belief. And I'm going to share with you today on how you're going to be able to change the way that you think. And that's going to change and get you sensitive to the feelings, to this communication source, to deliver to you all your dreams. So back to me, I then built $1 million, left Procter & Gamble. First client was Procter & Gamble. And then I built $1 million consulting business, and to include owned a mortgage company along with other companies, and have had just a fantastic life because of this understanding. However, it wasn't all good, if you will. And then I was involved about 13, 14 years ago. I was involved in a car accident that broke my neck. And I was in a coma. I was in a valley of death. It was a eerie experience that I was walking down this valley. It was white snow, but all the trees were black and dead. And I was walking down that valley, and I was asked if I wanted to go or if I wanted to stay. And I really had understood at that time about life and how it works. And so to dedicate myself to having me enjoy my life and also to teach myself as well as others on how to be deliberate creators. We all create, but most of us have created by default, and I'm going to give you the answers today. Truly, the secrets of the universe are going to be disclosed to you today in order to help you to have all of your dreams come true. I lost everything at that time, my wife, all my money, my possessions, my health. I was in chronic pain. In fact, I was told I would have a rod in my neck and that I would never be normal, quote unquote, again, that I would in fact have chronic pain the rest of my life. The stem of my brain was hitting what's called C1, C2 in my neck and was creating severe pain. And so I let go, and I let go of the insurance company, and about this car accident was a truck that hit me going 60 miles per hour while I was parked for a school bus. And I let all of that go, and I let the medical whole industry go as well. And by that, my doctors kept on shoving IVs in me and giving me pain medications and other tests that they were, running to see if they could heal me. And so I neglected to take that, have my operation with a rod in my neck. And I gave myself to God, my source, and put my complete faith where it is now, and trust, and now knowing on how that we can create anything. And so I created perfect health. I stand in front of you right now today with perfect health, that no rod in my neck, and independently wealthy. In fact, just got back from Russia after 2 weeks. So I just have a blessed life, and so can you. In fact, you already do. It's just that we have resistant thoughts that prevent us from allowing the well-being of all there is to flow through us. And again, today I'm going to share with you on how you can literally change your life forever to the best rockin' life that you've ever wanted. So I lost the fight and the struggle, and instead I found what I call the green zone, which I'll be talking about with you today. So this talk is for you if you would like to create a thriving business and life. And so all of us, I'm assuming, want to have that. And if you don't, it's certainly not what your source wants. Your source wants you to thrive. And you are, and will be more so now than you ever have been, more of a deliberate creator. And most people create by default. And I'm going to show you how you can deliberately create the things that you want in your life, manifesting your desires and your dreams, and to attract 3 more listings out of the blue in the next 30 days. And you're going to see some amazing results by people that have gone through Top Performers and have been able to receive just an amazing results, business results, and results in their life using Top Performers and going through that process. So let me just share with you some of those specifics. And so for starters, that we, as we look here, that the first case study that I have, let me get that going, that Delfino Morales, he's a real estate agent, and in fact from Ultima Real Estate, and I don't know if you're familiar with Ultima, but Ultima provides 100%, you get to keep 100% of your commissions and just a $75 transaction fee. So anyways, he's a smart guy. He's with Ultima, keeping most of his money, like 99% of his money. And here is after he went through for the first 3 weeks of Top Performers. It's a 5-week program. That here's what he said that and this is last month now. I just graduated this group last month before I went off to Europe. And he says, I have more referrals, leads, and contracts coming to me like manifestations of physical magic. And so do you think the universe can provide you 3 listings? Of course, easy. And never has my business thrived like this. And wouldn't you like to, in 5 weeks from now, actually 6 weeks, next week it starts, in 6 weeks from now, be able to say that about you and your business? That Lorena Lucio said last month, I just received another out of the blue listing. And that's what I help people to do, is to literally attract it out of the blue from all that is, from the non-physical. And my business has taken off with more closings and money than I have ever had. And so again, you're going to have more clients. You're going to attract them literally out of the blue. And I'm going to share with you, show you how. And part of that will be today, that where you're going to really have the first step on becoming the deliberate creator and having all the things that you desire. And then Desi Laurel, he last month, and this is almost unbelievable that on the results that he had, he was already a very good agent, and he has a bunch of buyer agents, about eight of them underneath him. But he just attracted by himself the largest listing he's ever had, and it's a $20 million land development. Along with, in July, he had 22 deals close, 22. And so, and he made money on every one of those, and he made more money last month than he ever has. And again, he's a top producer. So just amazing, amazing results. And this is all from top performers. And it doesn't matter how experienced or inexperienced you are. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, the language you speak, other than you need to understand my English and my Midwest accent, that you'll see that it's just an amazing journey for you, and that will be on next week. And so most people say life happens to me. And the reason why that is because, we've been told, ask and you shall receive. And so you have asked. And so let's call that asking of what you want. Let's call that yellow. Okay, that almost the color of the sunshine. All right, that you've asked and you've prayed, if you will. Your prayer is your thought, and so you've asked for, let's say, a thriving business, more listings. That the people that I coach with, that they have more and more listings right now, even though the market is that there aren't enough listings, that they have plenty of listings. And so, how does that happen? How can you defy odds? How can you overcome odds and averages and what's going on with the economy, etc.? And again, I'm going to share with you on how you do that. So back to ask and you shall receive. So in your prayer, if you will, that you when you're sitting there saying your prayer is going all the time during your awake hours, that is your prayer. And so most of us ask for something. So let's say more listings, okay, and that's the color yellow. And then during the day, you're saying to yourself, your prayer is, gee, I don't have enough listings. Gee, I wonder why that person got listings and I can't get listings. Gee, why did those people I had on the page before this get listings? And so you're saying what you don't want versus what you want. And so let's call that the color red. And so you're asking for the yellow, the sunshine. And then during the day, though, you are just bombarding, your thoughts are being continually talking about what you don't want, about how you don't have listings. And so the universe says, well, you wanted orange, you wanted yellow, but then you started telling me you wanted red, because that's what you ended up getting orange. And you say to me, and I've had my coaching mentees, say to me, hey, I didn't ask for orange. But in fact, you did, because you weren't focused on just what you wanted. You were also focused on what you didn't want, that red, if you will. And so that's why people think that life happens to you. I can tell you that you will never get cancer. You will never get anything. Breast cancer is the worst thing as far as that little pink ribbon. On what it does is it attracts people. People start getting worried about breast cancer, that you'll never, ever get it. Life doesn't happen to you. That instead, life happens from me. So life happens to me, no longer will occur as long as you do what I ask you to do here today and in Top Performers. And instead, you will be a deliberate creator and realize that life comes from me. So science, and some people say like, oh, Dr. Hank, your head's in the clouds, and you bet. I keep my heads in the clouds, my feet on the ground, and that's why I have the life of my dreams and why I continue to birth desires and continue to want more and more and more. The mantra of the universe is more, and that I'm on my path, and it's because of this teaching that I'm going to share with you, my teaching that literally works. But let's put me aside here and let's see what science has shown us in the past 5 years. And this is what they said. Neuroscientists, quantum physicists, and molecular biologists now all agree within the last 5 years on this is how everything is created. Okay, everything. So not just your current, experience of the world, the way it is, etc., but everything is created this way. According to the scientists, that the first thing is that your thought initiates all matter into form. So it is your thought that starts everything. So you are the creator of your experience, and you can create anything you want. There is no one, my dear friends. There is no one against you. There is all that is for you. Feel the wind at your back of that everything is for you. It is only the limitations you have put on yourself. It is only the beliefs that you were brought up with that aren't even your own beliefs that you still, or what other people say, and that's honoring that God of the other people's opinion, where you realize that, I'm just not going to go there anymore, that because your thought, you're the one that creates your life. So we all need to take credit for our lives because we created with our thought. They then say, step number 2, that thought creates energy, and this is your emotion. And then finally, number 3, energy creates matter. So thoughts become things. So your thought immediately creates something, and it is your emotions. And those emotions are emitted to the universe, and the universe asks, it makes it of what you've asked for, and then you then are able to, that energy then creates matter, which for us, it means our experience. So our thoughts create, so it's really a 5-step process. Our thoughts create. We start out with thoughts. They create an emotion. That emotion, step 3, goes to the universe. The universe answers in energy form, and it's there for you when you ask for it. But the 4th step is for you to allow it. And one of the ways to allow it is I'm going to share with you today on how to live and think, if you will, in the green zone so that you can allow everything that you want. So you no longer ask for that red color of what you don't want. And so if you're a little, if this is a little confusing to you, that it's going to all just unfold easily for you now, and you're going to really understand on how this works. In fact, Albert Einstein says Thoughts create matter, and this is not psychological. This is physics. And so just so you know, I'm a mental scientist. That's where my PhD, and then Dr. Hank, if you will, comes from. And you can call me the Hankers or whatever you want to, as long as you call me when you truly are serious about your life and getting on your path and having the thriving life that you want. And I'm also a behavioral psychologist. And in fact, you're going to be given in top performers just an amazing assessment that is going to show you your behavioral profile and show you your strengths and areas that you aren't as strong in, and the 5 steps process of sales. And so it's going to be, you're going to just love it. But again, what I'm teaching you here is, this isn't psychology, that according to Einstein, it's actually physics, and it's proven, and now they have proven it. Einstein lived years ago, and now science has proven that, in fact, your thoughts start everything and create everything. So you need to be careful on what you're thinking. So one thing that I'd really like you to write down, one of the ways to focus your thoughts, remember you're the creator of your experience, and you do so through your thinking. And the most effective way that you can ever create with your thoughts and really focus your thoughts is to write it down. So if you're there with a pen and paper, I would like you to write down this, that whatever you focus your attention on grows. And when you realize that, so when you have a troubling thought about what you don't like, whether it's about you don't like not enough listings, if you continue with that troubling thought of liking not enough listings, that the universe is going to give you more not enough listings. If you're thinking about the troubling relationship that you have, those are troubling thoughts, and it'll only create a worse relationship. If you're thinking about your poor health in some way, or you're overweight, or whatever your negative, resistant thought is of what you don't want, that it's going to grow. The universe, God, has no judgment. You get to create it exactly the way you want to. So the more you think about what you don't want, so in that breast cancer that I was sharing with you, that the more that people are focused in on breast cancer, the more breast cancer there's going to be. And if you haven't seen already, that's exactly what happens. But you don't have to have breast cancer or any type of cancer, and you can have health as long as you focus your attention on what you want. So 2 things to write down. Whatever you focus your attention on grows. And now I'd like you to focus your attention on what you do want. Okay? So these next 4, and I would suggest that you write these down and write out just on a piece of paper and 4 blocks there. And you write down the following, because I have at the top of the paper, write down, this is the 4 areas of thought. So again, I'm a mental scientist, and I'm going to share with you on the 4 areas of thought. And there's 3 red zones on things that aren't going to get you what you want. And then there is the green zone. So I'm literally going to show you the areas of where your thinking has gone to where you're getting what you don't want, and then a way to start staying in the green zone, getting what you do want. And so I'm going to briefly go over these, and just know that, and the main focus is the green zone, but I'm going to show you the contrast of the red zones here so you understand what you don't want. So we're going to start out on looking at, on the left side there is what I do want, okay? And so this is where I'm thinking about what I do want, but in the top left box is a red zone, and it's where I'm not deliberate. It's a red zone. It's where I'm thinking in a reactive state. I'm just going to, for example, let's say, listing presentation, and in the middle of the listing presentation, it's all falling apart. And I'm asking then, please don't let it fall apart. And by that time, you already have momentum going in what you don't want. Probably you set, well, not probably, for sure, that you set that experience up. You were worried and thinking about, oh, I hope it's not another bad listing presentation, and thus it ends up being bad. Or you hope that those people aren't uncooperative like the people that you had in your past experience. And so this is where I'm in the midst of the situation, and then I start thinking about what I don't want, and it's too late. Okay, and I'm going to share with you and show you how in Top Performers on how you start pre-paving the way that you want it. You call it the way that you want it. Doesn't that feel good? And yeah, because you in fact you're the creator that can do that. So here is where we get life by default, and in fact, all these red zones are where I get life by default. And the bottom line is it decreases my success and increases my stress. Then another area is where I'm non-deliberate in my thinking, and I'm thinking about what I don't want. And how often have we done that, where we're thinking about things that we don't want, but we're not doing it very deliberately. And so this zone is, again, another red zone. And it's basically where I'm doing busy work. And so you might have, let's say, you've selected a day. Most agents are off, whatever, Mondays, and so Monday morning you wanted to clean out your closet and or clean up your desk or whatever, and so you woke up and you had a cup of coffee, and then you read the paper, you went to your iPad, and started cruising the internet, and then you turned on the TV, and next thing you know, it's in the afternoon. You haven't done the closet of the things that you wanted to do. This is busy work that it's what I really don't want at all, and I'm not being at all deliberate, and it's almost like, so what, that we have our life, we're not aligned with our source, and we're just kind of out there, and we don't give a damn. And I want you to really care. I want you to care most about you and then your relationship with your source. And by doing so, you'll be led exactly to all the things that you want, all the listings, all the money, all the clients, all the good, uplifting relationships, the best of health. That I have helped people using this process. I have helped people to overcome cancer. Those that have had cancer, I've helped them to overcome that. You have the power to overcome any condition you currently have, whether physically or with your business or whatever it is. And I'm here to help you. That I'm here to show you to your path. You're the one that will choose your path. I'm going to just show you how to get there. And so back to this red zone, this is where it decreases my success and increases my stress. So far, this has been pretty depressing. That I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm telling you some of this bad news on the areas that we live in and really think in, the areas that we think in. And I'm sure that you can relate to this red zone here on how you spend. And spend is a good word. You don't invest. You spend a lot of your mental thought, and remember, your mental thought is what you create. You spend a lot of it in these red zones, but unfortunately, it gets even worse. And so this is where I'm deliberate, but I'm thinking about what I don't want. And again, it's another red zone. And in this red zone is committee members. And so I like looking at this as, imagine in your mind there's this beautiful mahogany table. and there's executive chairs all around the table, and these committee members are running your life. You've allowed these committee members in, and this is where that we're thinking a lot about what was, and so what happened in the past, or when there was a recession, this is how it is. And people are still talking to me about, oh, the recession. The recession has been really done. The stock market has been increasing for the last 5 years, and the real estate industry has been just rocking for way over a year, and will continue to get good. And especially for you, it doesn't matter how the economy is, but people are thinking a lot about what was, and your previous experiences also. That one of the deadly sins, if you will, that you could do is to say, oh, I know this stuff already, what I'm teaching you here, that if you truly knew that you would have a thriving business and you would be on your path, but there's something missing, and that's what I'm here for, is to help you with that. And so it's thinking about what I don't want. And most of us think more often about what we don't want. I use my wonderful wife, Sharon, and she's a dear, and I have a lot of material for my talks from her, because she talks a lot about what she doesn't want, and she helps me really focus on, hey, that's what I don't want. What do I want? So like one of the things is Sunday we're driving to, she loves eating at El Phoenix and a Mexican restaurant. She goes, oh, there won't be any parking there, and the traffic is going to be bad. And see, she's creating what she doesn't want. So I basically said, well, to myself, that's what I don't want. What do I want? And I was, I want traffic to be easy and smooth, and I want the perfect parking spot. And so we went on Sunday, and traffic was smooth, because that's how I pre-paved it. And we had the perfect parking spot, and right in front of the entranceway. And someone was just leaving, and I went right in. And so it was full for everyone, but not for me. And that's how your life could be, that it doesn't matter what the circumstances are out there, that you can create it the way that you want it. But back to this committee. This committee in your mind about what you don't want has these committee members, and they include many members, but one is fear, false evidence appearing real. Another one is worry, doubt, complaining, blaming. If you keep on blaming somebody for your problems, your upbringing, or whatever, that, in fact, in Top Performers, I'm going to ask you to create a new story for yourself. I was at TELUS Health Center Fitness, just got out of yoga on Saturday, and the guy started talking to this guy, and he said, oh, yeah, I've had chemo, and so I lost my memory. And I'm thinking, here this guy is, that he has the power to overcome, to have a great memory now, but he doesn't realize it, but he's creating a worse, I kind of kid, and I say a worser, if you will, a worser memory, because of his story that he's telling. So I want you to think about the new story, because this a story about, the way that it was in the past, or my current conditions that I have right now, that, and people say to me sometimes, well, why don't you face reality? And here's my response to that, is that I never face reality. I create reality. And so do you, and we can create the life of our dreams. So back to these committee members, there's fear, worry, doubt, complaining, blaming, shame, guilt. All of those things are a waste, my friends. In fact, they're worse than a waste. That what they do is it starts building more of that. And you have built, many of us have built a path of least resistance on the things we don't want. Because the law of attraction, whatever I'm thinking about grows. So if I'm thinking about the past and poor me, or my upbringing, or whatever, that old story, that will just create worse circumstances for you. And so today is the day for you to no longer be controlled by these committee members. And But if you allow these committee members to continue to control you, it'll decrease your success and it'll increase your stress. So where are we going, my friends? We're going to the green zone. And this is where we're being deliberate and we think about what we do want. So I want you to start thinking, and by the way, everyone that I've ever met, when I ask them what they want, that they really don't understand what they want. And that, again, through top performers, you're going to have more clarity on the things that you really do want. And it does include a thriving business and more listings, but there are other greater things. In fact, the biggest thing that you really want is you want to feel good. We all want to feel good because that means we're aligned with God, with our source. And so living in the green zone is being deliberate and thinking about what I do want. And this is where you become a deliberate creator. And it's having good feeling thoughts, because we know that good feelings mean I'm aligned with my source. And so thus I'm thinking as my source does on any subject. And this is where you become an attractor of listings. And if you just follow this and do as I ask you to do here, that you'll have 3 listings or more. Do you think the universe can give you 3 listings in the next 30 days? Easy peasy. There's millions of listings out there, and in your area there's hundreds of listings or scores of listings. It doesn't matter, that there's listings for you. The beauty is that it's not so much what's out there, it's what you ask for, and your source makes more of it. And so it's just incredible. And so this is the way for you, by living in the green zone, that thinking about what will be, thinking about your new story, thinking about, what will be, how is my business thriving? How are my relationships thriving and building and becoming deeper, more meaningful? And how is it that my health is better now, that I'm slimmer, trimmer, fitter, that I always like saying, I'm looking younger every day. And I just love that. And I smile at that. And my source just loves that too. And I feel good. So just think about, you looking better every day. And so by living in the green zone, it'll increase your success and it'll decrease your stress. So that, my friends, is the answer for you to begin being a deliberate creator and having the life that you have wanted. And so do you want to become a deliberate creator? That you can now live the life you have dreamed of by signing up for virtual top performers. Now, normally, this process, the investment is $2,500. That corporate America for last 19, almost 20 years now, that has virtual top performers. People have paid $2,500 per person. In fact, I've had some people pay $25,000 just to go through this process. But today that I'm going to, thanks to Ultima Real Estate, who is going to defray those costs, most of those costs. And so for only $297 that you can have virtual top performers. It's a 5-week process. It starts, it's every Wednesday from 10:30 to 12, and I'll send announcements out on that. But it starts next Wednesday on August 20th. And virtual top performers, this is the process that has just been absolutely amazing. It's priceless to people. And you're going to get all kinds of materials that come from the top performers. That you're going to get that assessment that I referred to. You're going to get the training manual, the CDs, the MP3s on these different success units, these 4 different success units that are going to change your life. And the first successful unit is being intentional and showing you how to be intentional. And I'm going to give you then a joy shop. And in this joy shop, you'll be doing it every morning in just 15 minutes every morning. And you're going to start creating the life that you have wanted, the life of your dreams. That I'm going to show you how to live in the green zone, how to feel good, how to align with your source, and how to be on your path, your lighted path, and the path of least resistance, because that's where all of your desires are. You can give up the struggle of life. You don't have to work hard anymore. People have told you that that's the path to success, and I'm sharing with you that you just want to play. You want to enjoy yourself, and I'm going to show you how in less time you're going to make more money than you ever have. And so again, success in our first success unit 1, it's how to be intentional. And being intentional, being deliberate, and how to think that way. And I'm going to literally change the way that you think that's going to change the results in your life. And so one of the tools that you're going to be given is the Joy Shop, and I'll be emailing you the actual Joy Shop, then how to do that. And the second session is understanding yourself and others, and this is where you're going to be given an assessment. It's going to show you where you may have some stress. It's going to show you the different steps of the sales cycle and the best areas of those steps on where you are really powerful. And then the other areas show you how to become powerful based on your own personality, your behavior style, in order to have what you want. I'm going to also share with you, and you're going to take an assessment on what motivates you. And there are 6 motivators for mankind, and the top 2 are the 2 motivators that people make decisions. By understanding this, you're going to be able to understand every client, and you're going to be able to open up the window of communication with them. This is just an amazing, amazing session. The third session is believe in your success. And I'm going to share with you on how to ease up on your beliefs and how to start having beliefs that now serve you. You have had beliefs that no longer serve you, and this is going to help you in order to have the beliefs that serve you. And then the next one and final one is how to, or second to last one, is how to prioritize your life. I'm going to share with you a way in order to plan your month, prepave your month, in order to be more focused on the things that you want in every area of your life. It's going to provide you the clarity that you've been wanting in your life in order to have you more organized than you have ever been, more grounded and more in control of your life than you have ever been. And then the last session, and really the icing on the cake, is on your emotional intelligence. And what this will do is this will show you how to line up with the things that you desire, how to line up with your source to be at one, and to really, really enjoy life. And I'm going to share with you on which thoughts have created resistant thoughts that give you what you don't want. And then I'm going to share with you the thoughts that are allowing thoughts that give you what you want. You will be a changed person in just 5 weeks. And it's going to actually be 6 weeks, because we won't meet on Labor Day week, that Wednesday, the 3rd. So it'll be the last 2 weeks in August, and then the last 3 Wednesdays just for an hour and a half. But these 5 hour-and-a-half sessions will change your life. If you wish to speak to any people that have been in Top Performers before, let me know. You have my contact information, and let me know on what you want to do as far as moving forward and understanding what a powerful process this has that'll give you more business than you have ever had. I can give you quote after quote every week, literally every week. Just amazing things happen with the people that I what I call play with, that my mentees on helping them to understand on how to get to the path of their desires. So your opportunities in just 5 weeks, you'll be living the life of your dreams. You'll receive 6 bonus gifts, and you'll save over $2,000. And again, that'll be the material that I mentioned, the assessments that I mentioned, that you'll be sent a recording. This will be, if you can't make Wednesdays, I'm going to record it. It'll be webinar, and I'll record those webinars. You can see them. I'm also going to put in there an MP3 of every week. So if you want to listen to this information that I'm sharing with you, this information, it's truly the secrets of the universe. It'll change your life. That'll give you the things, the life that you have always wanted. And you'll start getting more listings out of the blue. That I have had people after the first week get business within 48 hours. And so it's just up to you to you do these simple, easy assignments. Again, I would encourage you to be there live, but if you can't, you're going to have them there in both a GoToMeeting format, so you can see it on your computer, as well as just an MP3 that you can use it there. So to how to sign up, that you just need to let me know that you want to sign up, and this is the actual link here. So if you sign up here, it's www.feelrich.us/shop/top-performer/. Also, here's my contact information. So if you want to call me, if you want to email me, if you have any questions or comments about what we just went through here on how to live in the green zone and how to be a deliberate creator, please contact me. So I would need to I'll be sending out information this week. And so if you would please sign up here, again, at this link, or contact me. I can give you the link, or if you want to do it over the phone or whatever. But again, your investment, instead of being $2,500, is only $297. And Ultima Real Estate and Paul Bermudez is making up for the difference there. And because he wants you to know, and there's no commitment to Ultima Real Estate, but he wants you to know about him and about Ultima, and how that you can keep 100% of your commissions. And so I have absolutely loved and enjoyed being with you today, that you are now on your way, on your path, that you have a good, clear understanding now of where you are, where you're going, and how to start thinking. So start thinking only about what you don't like. And you can monitor your thoughts and look at that, but the easiest way, and so a tip, my departing tip, if you will, is that for you to just focus on how you feel. And whenever you're feeling bad, just recognize you need to change your thoughts, because you're not thinking as your source is. And so just be thinking about, I'm going to be living in the green zone now. And as you do that, you will, in fact, start attracting the things you want, to include 3 listings. And as next week, when we begin, that by the end of September, you'll have a whole new life. You'll have all the things that you wanted. I just love, like I'm thinking right now about people not only want more business, but I had, excuse me, I had Len, who is just a dear lady, and she wanted to attract her soul partner, best friend, and lover. And so within 3 weeks, she had 3 boyfriends. And so she, in fact, attracted and was able to see what she didn't like, and she was able to attract her soulmate. So, whatever it is that, whatever circumstances, conditions that you currently have, that I'll show you how to get out of that, and to have the business, have the money, and have the good life that you were born to have your dreams come true. And I'll show you that. And again, just top performers, and by the end of September, you'll be there. So with that, I thank you very much for your time, and let the good times roll now, and live in the green zone. All the best to you. Bye-bye.